Your daily hour with me.
Yeah! Hey everybody, it's the program. We're on TV. Once again, once a day, every day. Turn on the machines and then we start talking.
We will be here for an hour.
An hour, one whole hour, here we go. It's happening. Here's all oh, you want to take this one too?
How you doing there?
Hey, look at that.
Folks?
Who's over there? Who is it? Sounds like somebody. It's John! John, hi John!
Hello.
How are you?
Fine.
John, you're back. Oh, where's the mic? Yeah. Carl, give John a mic. John Webster! You want to sit over there? You want to sit on the couch, John? John, you want to sit on the couch?
Yeah.
Or you want to sit over there?
How you doing there?
You want to spot on the couch?
What?
You want to sit on the couch over here?
I'll be right there.
Yeah, I was at the Caucus.
Take the microphone.
You were at the Caucus?
Yep, I was at the Caucus.
Which one?
The Democratic headquarters at the Capitol.
Yeah, how was that?
Yep, I was at the Caucus.
How was the Caucus?
Fine.
Did you win?
That was on the 20. On the 20th. That was on the 6th of March.
Check this out, Dan. We got a wireless camera. No wires. Look.
It was on the 6th of March.
Yeah.
Uh-huh. Yep, that was on...
Yeah, no wires. Yeah.
Yeah, that was on the 6th of March.
There we go.
Long and prosper.
There we go. Well,
Yeah,
that's
that
amazing.
was on the 6th of March.
You can see the whole studio.
It's Monday. It's Monday, so Dan is here. John, you're stuff together. It's good to see you. We haven't seen you in person in years.
No, I haven't seen you in, I think, 2 or 3 years, John.
So what happened in the Caucus? You were a Hillary supporter, right?
Yep.
I can see that by your shirt.
Yep.
Did you win? Did your priest,
What?
did it win? Did Hillary win? Give me a drink, Carl.
Yep.
They did? Hillary won in your district?
I mean, no, Bernie Killer did.
Yeah,
Bernie Killer did.
Right? You think he killed it?
What?
What are you saying?
Did he kill it?
Bernie did what?
Bernie Killer, Bernie, let's see, what's his name?
Bernie Sanders.
Yeah.
Bernie Sanders.
Are you saying that he killed it? I don't know.
Oh, he won
Bernie really won.
70 to 30. He had 70%.
Around here. So, but you're still for Hillary, even though Bernie is like pretty much winning everything.
Yep.
I want to hear. Maybe we can get you and Carl. You can tell us why you support Hillary and why Carl supports
Bernie.
Why do you like Hillary more than Sanders?
I don't know how many was in my precinct, but it's a new precinct anyway.
Talk to the mic, John.
I'm in the 258 and 58.
So why not Sanders, John?
I like Hillary better than Bernie. I like
Why?
How
I
come?
like Hillary Clinton better than Bernie Sanders.
Why?
Because he's kind of older than. Yeah, he's too old.
How old is he compared to Hillary? I mean, how old is Hillary?
I don't know how old he is.
60,
And how old is Sanders?
70.
Well, you're like in your 70s, right, John?
What?
You're in your 70s, right? Aren't you?
I don't know.
You don't know how old you are? You're like 70.
I'm
You're like 75.
I've been here. I'm 70.
70-0? So you're
Yep,
about the same age as Bernie.
No, I've been older than what you call it, than see, what's his name?
You're older than Sanders? Are you?
I'm about the same age as Hillary
Okay, do you
and
consider
Bernie
yourself?
Keller. I mean, than Bernie Sanders.
Do you consider yourself old?
Uh-huh.
What?
Yep.
Why are you calling him Bernie the Killer?
What?
Is
Yep.
is that what Republicans are calling him or something? The Killer or what? I don't know.
I don't know.
I don't either.
Now, do you favor Hillary because she's a woman? Is that
Yeah.
an important factor? Is that important that she's a woman?
Oh yeah, I think she's better than Bernie Sanders.
But, well, I don't know why. I mean, someone told you that? Because everybody around here, they're really into Sanders. I've changed my mind on the whole issue now. I'm officially endorsing Trump now.
Yeah.
Robert Kennedy, you're endorsing Trump. Blah, blah, blah.
Yeah, I don't know what the program. I guess the program can be open, but I feel like that we need to make a decision. Maybe we won't go for Trump. Maybe we'll.
Did you know
we'll go
that
for
your
Sanders.
TV needs dust enough?
What about
Yeah, he dust it.
Kasich? He is the there's Trump, Cruz, and Kasich now that are on the ballot. Everyone else has dropped out.
I guess when it gets down, like the program as a whole, we won't make a decision until our candidates are on the thing. Like once it comes down to like the two parties, Democrats versus Republicans, then we'll make our decision as the program, and we'll have to convince each other. Maybe we'll have our own little election before the real election comes, so we can decide who we want to endorse. But how much time do we have to meet? Like when do they?
Okay, so the caucuses, about half the states have held their caucuses, and so the other half will have their caucuses.
Sure, yeah.
John, can you lean in? Can you move forward a bit?
Move forward a bit, John.
Yeah, move
So you can be in the camera.
forward to my left.
Move forward. Move.
Can
here.
you scoot your chair forward?
Scoot forward so that when you lean in, you're on the shot. Don't-
See, move forward. Come on.
Yeah, go that
Come
way.
on. Come on. Move forward.
A little more. Keep going.
Yeah,
little
keep
more.
going. Keep going. Oh, there you are.
Go.
There
Right
you
there.
are.
Around the speaker.
So lean forward and you can see yourself on TV.
There. See, that's his hat.
Yeah, all right. Well,
There we go.
Maybe Carl, why don't you move the camera a little bit for John? I want to get John in the shot. There we go.
There we go.
All right, there we go. Yeah. There we go. Okay,
That's
good.
great.
That's good.
There you go.
So when is it? Oh wait, can you give John that mic?
So
I was just gonna. I took this microphone away from John Webster just to ask. TCTV or your Daily Hour with me. It's gonna have its own caucus. That's gonna be amazing. Hopefully, it's before the conventions.
What? Yeah.
Okay.
Okay, I'm talking to that one.
I'm listening to my other music.
This one, I mean, it's,
Sure.
Carl knows it better. The mess up one.
What?
Slightly. I don't really know
Maybe
anything.
you pass those.
Sure.
Yeah, I don't know.
What have I talked?
Yeah, so when is it? When do the caucuses over? When are we gonna-
July.
Oh, July? Nice.
Yeah.
That's not much.
Can you hear me?
Oh,
Am I coming through?
yeah, probably
We'll have to pass the mic.
All right.
not. I want to make a decision, but we're gonna wait till July.
Well, every week there is going to be one caucus or another from either Democrats and or Republicans every week until July. It's the end of March, so we have April, May, and June. So we have about 90 days for the rest of the states to hold their caucuses. And there might be a week or two in between some of them, probably not more than that, because there's about 20 or 30 states left to do their thing. So if you had one a week, you'd have to have 2 a week, actually.
When is the Republican caucus?
They're like a week separating or a week and a half separating.
Yeah,
and that's not that's.
But it's at a different place.
Well, yeah, they're 2 different cities, maybe even 2 different states. I think it actually is 2 different
But the Thurston
states.
County Democrats is at Black Hills High School.
Well, yeah.
The county convention's at
the county convention
is at Black Hills Elementary School.
Right.
Sometimes the program is very biased liberally, just because of all you.
Oh.
And that's when everybody's there at.
No. People like to have facts and information. Well, you can't be entitled to your own facts.
And there's different dates.
I mean, you can't be
dates.
entitled. Well, you can be entitled to your own reality, I guess, but you can't be entitled to your own set of facts. Like, here, I got my own almanac.
Well, I don't think it's the facts. I think it's about what you do with the facts.
Well, exactly. That's what you do with your facts.
They should be able to agree on what's facts and not.
Sometimes the facts are uncomfortable for one side or the other, and so they just ignore them and they don't talk about them. And when they get brought up, the person who does not like that particular set of facts will maneuver around them and try and refocus on another subject where the facts support their view.
I really like Bernie Sanders because he, Bernie Sanders, when the Obamacare was like a discussional matter, Bernie Sanders approached the very conservative parts of Vermont, and he said that we're not going to agree on like things like gay marriage and abortion, but at least we can agree on like one key thing, which is that the rich are screwing us. And then from there, we can have like maybe an ongoing dialogue. And all the other politicians, Democratic politicians, it seems that they were held up in their like legislative districts or whatever, not willing to talk about the issues or debate. But Bernie Sanders seems to hold at least one town hall, maybe a season. I think it's a lot more than that, but I tried calling Bernie Sanders's Vermont office and Washington D.C. office in order to figure out, how often does he actually have these town halls? Because I think the more that the politician approaches town halls in order to listen to the people, the more progressive you get, maybe. So.
Yeah, this isn't working very well. And there are some. Yeah, there are some. I've watched some town hall meetings. Republicans do this more than Democrats. Is someone will ask them a really tough question, and the politician will shoo them out of the room or shut them down in some way, and they will avoid answering the tough question. And most of the time, what they'll do is the candidates will say, "Okay, I want to do a program that changes this and does that and blah 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 blah," and someone will inevitably ask, "How are you going to pay for that?" Or if they've talked about how they're going to pay for that, they will question, "Well, you say you're going to pay for it this way, but things don't add up, blah, 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 blah." And
that's my question about pretty much everything. Because
yeah.
They always say, like, they all do all this stuff, and, everything sounds nice. It's nice, like, who doesn't want health care and free food and, homes? Everybody should have a home. But it's like, how does that work? Everybody should have a home, obviously.
Well, okay, so a couple of years ago, Utah, the city of Salt Lake, realized that the homeless population was massive, and they had a an accountant figure out how much it cost to deal with a homeless person, and we'll say it was $75,000 a year. The homeless person ends up in the hospital frequently, has police
I wish I had
interactions.
$75,000 a year.
Yeah, really. Will deal with the police frequently. They'll end up in jail.
Oh yeah, so they have
And-
more expenses.
Yeah, and they will leave a mess, which requires cleanup, and
So they're causing the city $75,000 a
Yeah.
year just
Yeah.
by being homeless.
and so they found in studies that if you find a home for a homeless person, the cost goes down to about $15,000 a year.
Oh yeah, so it actually saved us money.
Yeah, they don't end up in the hospital as much. They don't end up interacting with police very much. They
Yeah.
don't end up leaving a mess where they go. They don't end up in drug treatment or alcohol treatment nearly as much. Just dealing with this human being's behavior as a homeless person costs a lot of money.
Yeah.
And so Utah got together with a major Mormon. He was a Mormon business guy that helped Mormons distribute food.
Okay.
Mormons have what is called a bishop storehouse, and it distributes food, clothing, furniture, mostly food, a little bit of cash assistance to Mormons that are really poor. And so, yeah, I didn't pick my number yet, but
What are you
it'll-
drinking, John?
It'll be 3.
What?
What's
Anyway,
in your cup?
anyway,
What are you
so-
drinking?
Coffee.
Okay. Yeah.
So this guy
Another
helped.
one's, soda pop.
This guy helped the city of Salt Lake organize so that they could build homes for the homeless people, and they ended up building hundreds and hundreds and hundreds and hundreds and hundreds of homes for homeless people.
Ooh, I want one of
and
those.
The city ended up saving
What?
thousands
Really?
and thousands and
But then it's like, who decides who gets
Just
those
in the
homes?
first
Because
year.
I'm not homeless, but you know I'm maybe on the edge of homelessness.
the homes. Okay, so the homes are probably about the square footage of this room.
I would love a home that's the square footage of this home, and if it was a place and it was free, I would live there. I mean,
Yeah.
that's pretty much. This is about how big my personal space is already.
I think that's the size of most of the houses at Camp Coyote or Coyote Village.
If I could have a rent-free home
Yeah.
that's this big, I would be very, very happy with that. Like, I would be ecstatic if somebody's like, "Hey, here's a home. It's small, but you can live here for free."
Yeah.
Like, that would be amazing to me. So I want that.
The homes are given first to the most chronically homeless people that have been homeless for the longest period of time.
Yeah.
Oh.
But then it's like encouraging me to be homeless. When I hear that, I say like, number
Number
one.
one.
Did anybody win?
Number 1. What number did you pick, John?
6.
I have a 2.
I picked 3.
All right. Looks like
What'd you
nobody
pick,
won.
Carl?
See, that's like, I mean, I guess it's a similar situation though, because like, if you want these assistances, then you need to have less money. Because I'm
Yeah.
like on the edge where I don't think I qualify for assistance, but barely.
No, I wouldn't
You know?
qualify for that kind of
I
assistance
barely don't
either.
qualify for assistance, so it's kind of this weird space to be in.
Yeah, me too. It's called the working poor, where you're making enough to be able to scrape out a living,
Yeah.
to be able to have a roof over your head and buy enough food that you're not going hungry all the time.
Yeah.
And medical care, that's something else entirely. Transportation, that's something else
Yeah.
entirely. I don't make enough to be able to afford a car, so
Yeah, I mean,
yeah.
yeah, that might be good. Give me a car, because if they all get homes, maybe I can get a
No,
car.
they
I
don't
mean,
give cars.
Yeah.
They don't give cars.
But I actually looked into Camp Coyote and I'm like, how do I get into Camp Coyote? Like, I want to live there, but they don't. I mean, I don't think I could.
Well, you gotta kind of be destitute there.
But yeah, that makes me want to do this thing where I like quit my job, go live on the street for 8 months, and like start shooting meth. Just for a few months, and then just to be enough, just so I can. And I'm like, I don't even like meth, but I'm high on meth all the time. So give me a house, please. Like like.
Right, that's what the folks at Camp Coyote have. They have some sort of issue with drug or alcohol dependence.
Yeah, and be like I'm not addicted to drugs, but I want a free home also. Like
So many other cities have adopted the same kind of organizational system to house homeless people in all kinds of other cities all around the country.
Yeah.
The more progressive of states have started already, and the less progressive ones, more in the south, have not.
So maybe we're on the edge, so maybe I should start losing my home.
Well, maybe you could just pretend to do math.
Yeah.
You know, and just, I
just got to do enough math right before the test.
Table sugar.
Like, if they're gonna
Shoot
do
table
if they're
sugar,
gonna do
man,
the test,
that would send you up there a little bit. You'd have some energy, and you could fake it.
yeah, I'm definitely afraid of meth. But if that's what I have to do to get a free home, then maybe
Well, as they say,
not worth it.
as they say, Kenny, fake it until you make it.
Yeah. But I want to talk to John just about life. I mean, we're getting all like heavy with these politics and homelessness and Republicans and Democrats and stuff. But John, how are you doing in general? How's your home? What do you see on the streets?
What?
What's talking to the mic. What do you see on TV today,
Talking
John?
to the mic, John.
John, the mic.
Talking to the mic.
Mike.
John. Talking in.
Well, he's not saying anything anyway.
No.
Oh yeah. What'd you watch on TV today, John?
Nothing on TV since noon. Since I got it was off for a while and or anything.
Yeah. You've been watching us on TV?
What?
You've been watching us on TV?
No, I couldn't watch you guys on TV.
Oh,
and
yeah,
I
because
couldn't watch Channel 3 on TV.
TCTV has been down for a few days.
Yeah, I went down Sunday night
What's
and
with
came
that?
back Monday this afternoon.
What happened?
I don't know.
Probably
Maybe Dan knows, though.
one of the machines. No, I went there today for a meeting, and I didn't hear. No one talked about it. It wasn't discussed at all while I was there. I was only there for a couple hours.
To me, the number one priority of TCTV should be TCTV. I mean,
it is.
Channel
It
22,
is.
yeah.
But engineering, as I call it, there are 9 different computers. There are half a dozen servers. There are all kinds of machines that translate the signal, transcode the signal. There's a main distribution node that's fed by different machines that that send the stuff for each program, and then there's another one that times when it airs and stuff. It's very complex. There's a lot of machines that work together, and if one of them goes out, then the whole thing breaks down. But in this case, only 2 of the channels failed.
Oh, okay. Move yourself over here. Yeah, this way, John.
Oh, that's right. Okay.
There we go.
There you go. Okay, good.
Yeah.
Yeah,
So-
you see where you are on the screen, John? I want you to lean forward a little bit so that you're on. Not
So
back,
two of the channels failed, and I'll find out tomorrow. I go to work tomorrow. I'll find out what happened.
Yeah, John, you
What
see
went
how
on?
you're at the edge of the screen? Look on the TV.
Look on the TV, John.
What?
See how you're at the edge? I want you to be there.
Yeah, lean forward.
Yeah,
there you go.
there you go. I want
We
your
want
face.
to see your face.
Yeah.
We want to see your face.
How's your
Oh,
cat?
How's Coco?
Yeah.
I guess she's fine. I hope she hasn't. Messed anything up.
You think that she might have?
I hope she hasn't messed anything up since when I get back
Like
home.
what?
Because she
What does she mess up? Yeah.
she has all the towels on the floor and everything else, and she wants food and everything else
So
too.
does she knock over towels when you're gone?
Yeah.
What a jerk, huh?
Is this a historical thing?
Yeah.
Like the cat does it like every 2 weeks?
Does this happen often? Yeah.
What?
Does it happen often? Every 2 weeks?
When I'm outside having my smoke or something like that.
Yeah.
Oh, that's pretty common.
Or
Just
going
walk out.
or coming back from church or something like that.
You got to cat-proof your house. You need to
Maybe Coco needs a
scratching post.
She's about
maybe?
3 or 4 years. She's about 3 or 4 years old.
Oh yeah, you think that'll do it? I don't know. Then I think you'll just have double the problem that way. And not
Well, then you have co-triplets.
well, yeah. Then it's like that's gonna be like the
Well, then you
swallowing
need to
spider
have
to catch a
cold-
fly.
Yeah.
You know. Well,
Venus
John,
flytraps.
have you tried moving your towels lower to a place where they can't be knocked down? Maybe. I mean, you got to cat-proof your house.
Oh, when I'm having my smoke outside.
I guess it's
'cause
probably fine.
I don't smoke inside. I smoke outside.
That's good. That's the right
You know
way
what
to
you could do? You could take pieces of bread and stick them on the towels, and then coat the bread with honey. So when the cat jumps on it, he'll get honey and sticky honey on his paws, and he'll jump off.
Yeah. I guess it's probably not that big of a deal. You can just let them knock over stuff. Cats like knock over things. They'll knock over, like, break your glasses and stuff, and they climb on stuff too. They like to
Yeah,
get
they
high
do.
up
I
and
know.
break stuff.
I've got a cat that lives at my place, and he's all over the place.
Yeah.
He jumps off the top of the computer thing, right? Because I've got a big thing that
we
the
have
computer lives in,
computer,
and he jumps off that, and he lands right on the keyboard. And if I'm typing anything, he messes it up every day.
What, John?
What?
What'd you say? What'd you eat for breakfast, John?
I got to eat a little bit of cereal and everything.
What kind of cereal?
I had Special
Special K? Oh, that's a good one. That was my rap name back in the day.
Special K.
Yeah, yeah.
Special K.
Special K, yeah.
Uh-huh.
I like that cereal. What's the difference between Special K and cornflakes?
Can I call you
But that
ketamine now?
Special K has
Yeah.
Special K has strawberries in it.
Does it always? I think it's not like Special K with strawberries though, or does it always have strawberries?
Oh, you know, I'm going to be on
Changing subject, huh?
I'm going to be on Channel 3. I think in April the 12th, I'm going to be on Olympia City Council.
Oh yeah, what are you gonna do?
I'll just be on City Council watching Nathaniel Jones.
You're just gonna be in the audience?
Yeah.
Yeah, you didn't get.
You can go to the podium to speak.
I asked Nathaniel Jones.
Who's Nathaniel Jones?
Nathaniel Jones, where
Who is that?
what?
Who is Nathaniel Jones?
Sounds like a superhero.
He's on the Olympia City Council.
Oh.
Nathaniel Jones sounds like a suit, like Clark
Yeah,
Kent.
maybe Carl. No.
I was
Pro tem the mayor. He's pro tem.
What does that mean?
He's Mayor Pro Tem.
He's a mayor when the Cheryl Selby steps out
So he keeps
for
his
like
cape.
a weekend.
He keeps his cape
when
tucked
Cheryl's
in
not there.
until Selby is missing, and then the cape comes
I
out.
can't
then
wait
when-
until I can't wait until
puts his
I can't wait
bifocals away.
until I can't wait.
Superheroes don't wear
I can't
bifocals.
wait until the Kennedy dinner that will be coming up too.
What are they gonna serve? What's
I
for
don't
dinner
know.
at
It's
the
going to be
Kennedy
at a
dinner?
bank right next. It's
Spaghetti?
right next to Clara's.
What are they gonna serve though? What's the most important part of the Kennedy dinner?
It's going to be right next to Claire. It's right next to Clara's.
In the mall?
What?
Claire's?
It's going to be right next to Clara's, right by 6th and College.
Claire's.
Oh yeah, that's
It's
a
a
business.
it's a twin
right by Freddy's.
Is it
By Freddy's Bar and Grill?
twin
Myers.
twin credit or something like that?
Is it free? Do they give you
what?
free dinner or do you have to pay for it? I want to know what they're gonna serve.
Twin Star. Yeah, it's a building.
Twin Star.
Twin Star and
that's where
Webster are in the same
I
building.
can't believe
and-
it's going to be there. And looks like a bank. It's a bank and everything.
Yeah, credit union.
So is
Two of them that share space.
Shelby or Selby?
That's like college and Sixth.
And everybody would be there.
Is her name Selby or Shelby? John? Is
What?
it Shelby or Selby?
Cheryl Shelby.
Cheryl Shelby? Cheryl Shelby.
She has
Sure.
Sure.
She has
a bad name.
Or she, her, shoon.
Cheryl Shelby, you should change your name to Cheryl Selby. Or Sarah, it's too a tongue twister of a name.
I just want to talk like
she has
Sean
a,
Connery now.
How's she doing? She's the mayor at night, right? Is she actually doing?
She has a boutique right by Farmers Market.
Has she been doing like mayor stuff though?
What?
Has she been? She's actually got sworn in and stuff, right?
Yeah. She back when the aftermath of that Ryan Donald being at the Olympia Transit Center.
Oh yeah.
There were protesters, and she wanted to call a 5 or 10 minute recess or whatever, and the person at the podium said basically, I watched the video once, but it's like I'm not doing anything wrong. I just want to accuse Ryan Donald of doing something, and the mayor was like, "No, you're instigating something."
I think
I'm calling a recess.
I don't think that Ryan Donald did anything at the transit center. Maybe the first time is questionable. I'm not sure. I'm not going to take a stand on that. But the second time at the transit center, I think that he didn't do anything wrong. I'm pretty convinced of that. But what do you think about how she's doing at the mayor, John? Is she doing a good job so far?
What?
How's
Cheryl Shelby.
Cheryl Shelby. How is Cheryl Shelby doing as being the mayor? Is she doing a good mayor? What do you, in your opinion?
Is she shitty or fabulous?
Is she shelling a lot of she
shells as a seashore.
Is she shelling a lot of clothes out of her store there? John? I'm sorry.
Does she say shitty, shilly
in all seriousness, John, how's she doing as the mayor?
Is she a shill?
I think she's doing fine.
Yeah? Do you know her?
They weren't there. They weren't there tonight. They weren't there tonight.
Why not?
She said
Jones was there,
simple.
and from the Tumwater City Council was.
What did she do? What was her first? Did she have like say something like my first act of mayor? I will do this. Was there anything like that, or?
Do you find Cheryl Shelby?
From what I understand is that the mayor doesn't actually have any extra power compared to the rest of the city council.
No, not really. She's got a vote just like everyone else.
It seems like once you're the mayor, you should do at least one thing where
she has the all-powerful gavel. She can shut the thing down. She can shut the situations down.
I've got something to say. Wait, what did she do anything though? Has she moved?
Then I was watching
politics.
And then on the Tumwater City Council is Pete Commit, and then see who else is on Tumwater City Council.
Yeah, Tumwater City Council. What?
Nicole
Who cares
I thought the city
Hill is on there.
Yeah.
And everything.
John knows all about it.
Yeah.
And
yeah.
John, I still don't know why you're a Hillary supporter compared to the because usually you kind of go along with the.
I thought he gave a concisive answer. Didn't
what was
you?
it?
The Hillary is younger by
she's
at least
younger
5 years.
I don't think she's that much younger, but I guess. How old is Obama? He's not. He's
in his 50s.
He's in his 50s?
Mid-50s.
And you have to be like 30 or something to be the president, right?
35.
35?
Yeah.
Oh, 35. Man, I'm going to run for I'm totally going to run for president when I turn 35.
Yeah.
What's that? What year is that? What's the... I guess... Whoa, no, not the next one. So, let's see. The next one's going to be 2018, right?
Yeah.
So, I'm announcing it right here, everybody. 2022, I am running for president.
What?
I'm running for president, John.
You are?
You going to vote for me? 2022. It's a long way away, but we have a lot of years.
Yeah.
Maybe if I'm still here, Carl, if you're still here, maybe we're going to be going on. If we're still alive, if the world doesn't end, if Rebecca was wrong.
Do you know what I've decided, Kenny?
What?
In Canada, I was talking with my sister yesterday.
Uh-huh.
This is pretty funny. In Canada, I've known about this group for years and years. They're called the Rhino Party. Mm-hmm. And they are an actual political party in Canada.
Yeah.
And every once in a while, they declare war on Switzerland, or they make a proposal in the legislature to have rhinos run down the main street of Edmonton, where I grew up. Is
it a joke or?
It's a political party, but yeah, they're not pranksters. They make fun of the political.
Sounds very Canadian
things
to me.
that go on. Yeah. And I'll tell you, because I'm half Canadian. I'm going to look in the process of starting the Rhino Party here in Olympia.
Oh, yeah?
And you can join the Rhino Party, and every once in a while we'll have meetings, and there will be alcohol and probably weed involved.
I'm going to be
That's what our meetings are all about, man.
I'm going to be running under either Republican or Democrat. I need to be to be viable to win the presidency, I have to be one of the Democrat or the Republican candidates.
No, you don't need to have a third party.
Yeah, no, I can't. I'm not going to be independent.
Be the two-party.
I'm running under either Democrat or Republican.
Aren't you tired of this two-party system?
Yeah,
break
but
the two-party system.
That's how it is, and that's how what
Okay,
I'm.
so the Rhino Party allows you to be members of other parties at the same time.
Oh, really? All right.
Oh, yeah. Yeah, we're about inclusion and also silliness.
Yeah. Well, I'm not.
So
I'm
you
not
could
for
be
silliness.
a
I'm
part
gonna
of
start.
the Independence
I have a long
Party, the
time.
Green Party, and the Libertarian Party.
I have 8 years to think about what I want to do as
And the Rhino
president.
Party. That's 4 parties all at once.
You know, but I think if for the next 8 years I devote part of the program for my presidency, then maybe something will happen.
As the leader of the local Rhino Party that I am now the leader of,
endorse me?
I propose that there be a piano at every rest stop on the highway. A big piano.
Yeah.
There needs to be one.
I'm gonna say I'm for like lower taxes and higher health care.
I'm for some of those taxes paying for those pianos at the rest stops.
I want to.
You never know when you'll need a piano.
I want a ham in every fridge. In America.
I will vote for that.
Yeah. We got a message.
Okay. Wait for the message then.
Oh, you
and when we eat that ham, it will be replaced with another ham.
Yeah.
Hey, Kenny, this is Mark.
It will be replaced.
Hoping to get together with you guys and maybe bring my guitar again or something and something like that.
We can't afford all that.
Right now I'm using someone else's phone, so this is the wrong number.
Okay, Mark.
I'm going to say my number, but don't say it over the
well, don't even
air.
say it, John.
Don't say it.
491. All right, bye.
Okay, bye.
And then we got one message from Ginsey, but we'll listen to that later, probably.
Carl, you got something to say, or?
Oh yeah, do you? Who are you?
Who am I?
Hey, John.
Who am I?
Wait, John. Look when we're taping. You know what time it is right now? We're taping the show. It's not 2 a.m.
10:51.
It's not 2 a.m., John. This is when we tape the show. You know when we call you? You know when we call you?
When the news comes on, that's why I'm missing my. That's why I missed my show.
No.
We tape the show right now.
No.
See how we're taping the show? It's not 2 a.m.
No.
When we call you, we're taping the show.
I watch it at 2 o'clock.
Yeah, I know when you watch it, but this is when we record it.
No, John's perspective is that it's real for him when it's 2 a.m.
Fine, John.
But that is last year. That's last year,
John. I've been doing this thing where I call you and pretend that I'm just chatting with you because I want you to talk to me, but I don't want you to do. I don't want you to be like.
I get kind of sleep. And I get kind of sleepy. I get kind of sleepy and everything too.
We understand, John.
Yeah,
so
that's why you should.
You should have a sleep schedule.
Okay, it's okay, John. I'm just gonna continue to do this thing where I pretend that I'm just chatting. Who are you, Carl?
I don't know. Who am I? What am I doing
I
on
miss
here?
having your phone number because I don't have a cell phone anymore.
So you're watching your daily hour with me. It's our long hyper live call-in television talk show that's recorded every day in Thurston County, 7 days a week, 365 days a year, 366 days on leap years. YDHWM began September 19th, 2010. It tapes a week in advance. So if you're watching this program at 11:30 p.m., this episode taped on the same weekday of the previous week. You're watching this episode at 2 a.m. This episode taped on the same day of the month of the previous year. But we're going to say that again in the future, I guess. You can also watch any episode of the program on YouTube.com. Anyone can come on the program, especially you. We rely on the community for content, so give us a call at 360-836-4384 whenever you see that marquee up there. And call us up and join us on the program. And you're welcome to enjoy the rest of the program.
You're welcome!
Because it's happening now.
We're now, John.
Now.
On the 20.
And there's that marquee that I talked about.
And the port commissioner was meeting tonight too.
What are they going to meet about?
I don't know.
Port stuff.
Like
imports and outports.
What do they do?
Exports. Side ports.
I want to go on a boat. You think I can ask the port commissioner?
And I have Bill McGregor's
My hope is
phone
that
number.
they will discuss my rest stop piano initiative.
Will you give me a ride on the boat?
John, you're out of the shot. What are you doing, John? You're out of the shot, John.
We gotta
forward.
We gotta move John.
Lean forward.
Hey, Mark.
Turn off the lights.
Hello, Mark.
Turn off the lights.
It's Mark's mother. Hello, Mark's mother.
Hello.
Hi.
Hello.
Hi. Can we speak to Mark, please?
This is Channel 22 Daily Hour with me.
It sure is.
Yes. And Mark still does the thing where you call home, somebody else answers, and then you have to say, "Oh, can I talk to somebody else?" Remember those days?
Your answering machine.
Yeah. No, this is us now for real though.
Yeah, we're calling you back.
I like the thing
the show is live right now.
I like the thing where other people answer the phone and then you want to give it to somebody else because it's like, oh, I'm calling the landline. That's how it used to be. I remember those days. Remember when if you met somebody and you didn't want your parents to talk to them or something and you'd have to wait by the phone and you're like, oh, I gotta answer. I don't want my parents to answer first. And stuff
I do that at my home.
Oh, you still do that? Yeah.
There's an answering machine. I'll go and I'll stand by the answering machine and wait till I hear who it is.
Yeah.
Before I pick up.
Well, not screening. No, it's like your mom. You don't want your mom to talk to somebody, so you're like.
Oh, you get to the phone before she does.
Yeah. So you're like expecting a call, and you're like, oh, I'm gonna get there.
Classic landline interception.
Yeah, landline stuff. Mark, how you doing?
Oh, pretty good. Guess what? I fixed my little track player, the one that has the cassette in it this time instead of CD.
Oh, good. That sounds good.
How'd you fix it?
The lid thing came off, and so I got some super glue, and that super glue does a wonder,
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
Hey, Mark, do you know John Webster?
No.
Oh, because you watch a... John.
You gotta talk into the mic.
John, do you recognize...
I know John Webster.
Do you know Mark of the guitar player, John?
No.
No, because both of you claim to watch the program most days, and neither of you know who each other are. How come our regulars don't know each other?
Oh, I know him.
Oh, you do? Oh, all right, thanks, Mark. That's good.
I'm in political.
You're too political.
Political stuff.
Yeah. Okay. You want to come on? You want to come back on the program, Mark?
Yeah, I'd like to come over and see how things are going.
Yeah. Can you come at nighttime?
Yeah, that's probably more convenient.
Yeah.
How about Wednesday? How about in 2 days?
In a couple days, it sounds great.
Wednesday night at like 9:30.
9 o'clock, right?
About 9:30. Yeah.
9:30.
Wednesday. Yeah. Is that good for you?
That'd be fine.
Oh, good, Mark. We'll see you here on Wednesday.
Who's all gonna be there?
What?
Who's all gonna be there?
Probably just me and Carl.
I might come back on the show too if Carl picks me up.
Oh yeah, maybe John, but me and Carl.
Hey, that's cool. That's pretty cool.
That's me.
Yeah, well maybe.
I do everything.
Carl's not a taxi.
I got bifocals on and
maybe you could give Carl, throw Carl $1 for a ride.
Give me $1.
But yeah. You don't have $1, John? You have $1.
$1.
How about some cereal? What's going on with your headphones? So Mark, we'll see you on Wednesday, okay?
Okay, we're due.
All right, thanks, Mark. Okay, bye.
All right, bye now.
I think because Bird said he wanted to be here tomorrow, so let's give Bird a call.
I came prepared to discuss Brownian motion.
No, let's hear about it.
Well,
first I want to hear what John.
What?
What is Brownian motion?
Brownian motion.
John, what is Brownian motion? John, what is it? What is Brownian motion?
Do you know what Brownian motion is?
I don't know.
What do you think it is?
Have you heard about it before?
Guess it. Guess what it is.
What? Brownian motion?
Yeah. What is it? What do you think?
I don't know.
I think it's when there's a planet and it's making an orbit, and then there's a star that's far away from it, and its gravitational field is affecting the orbit of the planet, and you can tell where the star is because of the planet's Brownian motion.
I'm sorry, Kenny. That is way
Oh, okay.
Not.
What is it then?
Not at all.
Yeah.
It has to do with molecules and atoms.
Oh, I was totally off.
Yeah, you don't get any brownie points with that answer.
All right, yeah. What is
that?
It?
Would be Brownian points.
This is
because I know I threw you off because normally I talk about planets and stars.
Yeah, you're going way small
stuff.
this time instead of way big.
Oh, well, I was talking with my sister and she's like, "What's Brownian motion?" Someone said Brownian motion. What is that? And I'm like, "Oh, it has to do with particles and molecules moving around freely in a solution."
Wait,
back in the 1800s, back in the 1800s, they started making bigger and stronger microscopes.
Bird, you coming tomorrow?
Yeah.
At 9:30.
Hi, Bird.
9:30.
Yeah.
Hi, Bird.
Excellent.
It's John. Say hi to John.
John Webster is here.
You been at my apartment on Lillian Stowe?
Along with that Monday Dan Bennett guy.
We'll see you tomorrow, Bird.
All right.
Bye.
How you doing there, Bird?
Thank you.
Thank you. All right, we're gonna hang up, John. Yeah. Okay,
Yeah.
Brian. Yep.
Yeah.
Yeah, John. Or I mean.
So
Dan?
back in the 1800s,
We went to the cemetery.
they believed there was all kinds of evidence to suggest that atoms existed, but they didn't have proof until they got microscopes big enough to be able to look at tiny, tiny particles. That if you had a liquid and you put these little particles in it and you watch them, they would move around and bump around and move around and bump around. And at first they thought that the particles were alive. Definition of life says that things move around on their own, of their own accord, that they are able to move around of their own volition. But they were observing these tiny little particles that were not living creatures bump around and move around and jostle around and do so at some random nature.
Okay.
And they looked at this and it wasn't until the early 1900s that Einstein came out with his theories, and it supported this whole idea of molecules bumping into each other and atoms bumping into each other. And they realized that atoms and molecules, regardless of whether they're in a solid, liquid, or gas state, they're always bumping around, they're vibrating, they're moving around all the time. Now, in a solid state, they're much more combined, they're vibrating, but not nearly as much as they are in a liquid or gas state. So that's Brownian motion.
And gases are moving around even more?
Yeah, much, much more.
Is heat the same thing? Like when things get hot, they have more?
Heat will create more energy and turbulence, and so the little particles will jump around even more furiously.
That's what I understand heat is.
Yeah, when they get warm, they get angry, and so they jump around more furiously.
Okay, and what's...
Hot coals.
So-
Gotta move.
So they're moving around all the time?
All the time.
Even in solids?
Yep.
So-
Steel. What it
Really?
is they're each one is vibrating. They're just moving around and vibrating, and because they're in a crystal lattice, many of these things, they aren't moving around very much, but they're still vibrating slightly.
It seems like they'd be solid. So what?
They still move, even ice.
How come?
It still flows.
How come if they're all vibrating, how come it doesn't seem like stuff is moving?
Well, because the vibrations are so minor that they stay in the crystal matrix that they're in. Like diamond, every carbon atom is just going zzz, it's just vibrating in its spot.
So
well, it's also because that they're these molecules are so small. Yeah.
Well, why do things stay in a shape, and how come, like, are they all the atoms, are they connected to each other somehow?
Well, what tends to happen in the case of atoms and molecules, the less energy they have, the more they settle in, and they settle into a comfortable place, both electrically and physically.
Yeah.
Meaning, kind of like silt. Like when you have a river and there's a lot of energy, there's a lot of turbulence in the water, there's a lot of energy.
Yeah.
The silt and the sand and the rocks and stuff don't really settle very much. But as soon as you reduce the amount of energy, stuff settles down into each other. And every atom has kind of a different level of energy where it will settle down or stay active.
John's listening to the news.
News on Channel 7 now.
Because we take it for granted that we don't just like mix in with things, you know. So, I mean, sometimes you ever had a scary nightmare where you're like connect like.
It has to do with like, electronegativity and electropositivity.
They just like you just become part of things, and then you're like, oh, where do you end and things begin, and how do the atoms know?
Well, your hand is not actually touching that can.
Yeah.
There is a fraction of a micron distance between your hand and the cup, and there is electrical negativity force pushing outwards, and there's electronegativity force from your hand that is pushing outwards, and
That's the weak
you
force
feel the
or whatever
pressure.
they call that?
No.
The strong force?
Like static electricity.
Oh.
It's almost like magnetism. It acts like magnetism, but it's sort of. That's kind of how that goes. But
Okay.
things don't usually touch each other, and the sum total of my hand has an electronegative property that it won't go through this material.
Yeah. All right.
It's like two nets rubbing up against each other.
Yeah.
And the nets can't go through each other, but they
Thanks.
can exert pressure on each other.
I'm glad that I can stay separate from other things.
And maybe somewhat intertwined, given how solid that those two objects are.
I mean, wouldn't that be horrible if you could just melt into other things? So how would you?
No,
even
that
do-
wouldn't be horrible. You could walk through walls.
Yeah, but you wouldn't walk through the wall. You would become the wall.
Oh wait.
You would just melt. I mean, you turn on the wall. You would be stuck in the wall.
Well,
think.
I talked about
And then
being
you would
an
fall into
invisible.
the earth.
I talked about being an invisible person. Like
Yeah, no, but not
2
invisible.
days ago,
just
or
physically unstable. If you were like that, you would.
well,
fall,
I'm always
You
unstable.
would fall into the.
God damn it! No.
You would fall into the middle of the earth,
Okay,
and
so
you would be stuck in the core of the earth.
okay, my skin cells are ultimately made up of molecules, and they are electrically bonded to each other.
Okay.
They are chemically, electrically bonded to each other, meaning that this molecule is sharing an electron with another molecule, and that keeps them together, that electric bond.
Yeah.
And depending on what kind of atom it is, determines how strong that bond is. So, and the carbon bond is really, really strong, and the hydrogen bond not so much. So the bonds, the chemical and electrical bonds between the atoms and the molecules that make up our finger are stronger than they're stronger than whatever the energy it takes to meld with my genes.
Yeah.
Because they have their own electrochemical bonding and they become a material. And so what would have to happen is you'd literally have to melt the genes
Yeah.
and turn them into a gas
You've
for
reached
those
Betty
bonds
Wilbur.
to break up,
I
for
can't
them to
come
be
to
able
the
to
phone
move
right
through
now,
each other.
but if you-
Yeah, I guess if you're like in a fire or
Yeah,
something,
fire.
then you could melt into things like your body.
Well, if they stuck a person in a chamber and they heated the chamber to 10,000 degrees,
Yeah.
literally we would melt. That person would melt. That object would melt at 10,000
yeah,
degrees.
yeah.
Pretty much every element on the earth will melt at 10,000 degrees.
Mm-hmm.
Whatever it is, whether it's a metal or diamonds, or it doesn't matter, it'll melt and become a liquid. That's so much energy applied that the energy is stronger than the electrochemical bonds that keep the thing together.
Yeah.
So we would be a puddle
Scary. I think I used to have
of
this.
the constituent
I haven't
elements.
thought about this in a long time, but I used to have this scary dream where everything turned into goo. like the world.
If it's
And then you're like, whoa! You're getting stuck into. You're like sticking into things.
yeah, and if you remove the oxygen, you wouldn't catch on fire. You would just simply melt.
Oh yeah. And I heard
Everything that
everything
you're
is
wearing would
melting.
melt.
Something is wrong with the world. You ever had that thought, John? You ever been afraid? You ever been afraid that the properties of physics are going to change and you're going to start connecting to things without when you don't want to?
No.
Oh, good. That's good. That's probably better. It's good to not have those thoughts. Here, let's.
I'm not even afraid of the dark.
Really?
When I'm having my
You're brave, John.
when I'm having my smoke outside.
You're
when I'm
brave.
having my smoke outside
You
too.
you can't even see in the dark though. It could be anything in the dark.
I don't know.
There could be like gremlins or
You could at least be weary of the dark.
gremlins or possibly
Yeah.
raccoons. There might be raccoons out there.
Today's
Not
message
where I,
from the
not where I
past.
live.
Into the
Not where I
future.
live, but the
1
other
year
place
ago
there was a lot of
today,
raccoons.
We
There was a lot of
were here with
raccoons.
Carl, and we talked to people on the phone.
Oh, I'm not
Today
gone.
between Passover and Easter.
And we're doing next.
Oh, is
next
that
week is Death Week.
when it's Passover again? So
Yesterday?
I know you're probably doing that. In
Yesterday
the
was
Yesterday was Easter.
Yesterday was Sunday was Easter.
Yeah, when it's Passover. Who's Jewish? Lewis?
Not me.
I think Lewis. Let's call Lewis. Lewis as our
Lewis, is that the one from? Is that the one from that works at the Home Depot?
Lewis is our
in
No,
Lacey?
it's he's at a video store in
Lewis is our
Wisconsin.
program Jewish person.
Well, what about the owner of Charlie?
Oh yeah, Lisa. She's in like New York somewhere. I guess we have.
Maybe she.
I want to call Lewis, but I gotta find the number. I haven't called him in a while.
That's not.
Hold
Who's the one
herself
that
down.
worked at? Who's the one that worked at Home Depot in Lacey, right by?
Yeah, that was
Caucus?
Lewis.
Oh.
Did you finish talking about the Browning whatever?
Brownian motion?
Yeah.
Yeah, that's pretty much it. Most everyone learns about it in high school and then promptly
they?
forgets it.
I don't remember that phrase at all.
Oh, I really got into science as a teenager, as an early teenager. So I thought Brownian motion was really interesting. And part of the reason I thought it was interesting is there are several aspects of a life form when we say something is alive, and one of those things is moving freely. Moving of its own volition, not being pushed around. It would move on its own.
So what's the new definition of life then after that?
No, it's in there, but Brownian motion is these molecules. They don't do anything else. They just move around. And they're being bumped by other molecules, which are being bumped by other molecules.
Yeah.
So, yeah, Brownian motion.
All right.
Yeah, and they've noticed that Brownian motion, the way it works, there are other parallels or other analogies. One guy tried to create a theory that compared Brownian motion and stock prices. And he came up with this big paper about how Brownian motion and stock prices are very, very similar in many ways.
If you spend enough time comparing anything, you can come
Probably.
up with
Yeah,
answers.
you could draw connections. Some things will connect better than others, but for the most part,
you just got to draw enough. You just got to draw enough graphs with and make the graphs have the specific values, and then you could be like, look, the graph, they got the same graph.
Yeah, when you turn on the TV to a blank channel where there's nothing on it and you see all the gray fuzz, that's kind of Brownian motion.
Oh wow. Maybe we shouldn't call this. It's in the show. Well, it's called. We'll call them later, maybe. If we
So we
remember
got
to.
2 4s, 1 5, 1 1, or 3 1s.
Wow, what a day! We got through this day fast.
But
I have a 2.
I have a 6.
Anybody have a 4?
No.
Looks like Dave.
We both drew 6s.
Looks like Dave and Zilger, right? Dave
won it with 1.
What about Zilger, the 4s, right?
Well,
3 1s.
One's Trump
Dave.
4s.
Dave Trump.
Dave
and Trump.
Dave trumped.
Oh, those pictures down there?
Yeah.
Yeah, you know the family, right, John?
Yeah.
I see him when
you want to meet them? You want to hold them? It's Dave. Dave, Wanda, Tiffany, Zilger, Carl Jr., and Nepitha.
So, Kenny, you're kind of like this because you like fake controversy on the program.
Yeah, it's true. I like real controversy more. I like fake controversy a bit, but more, real is better.
So John wanted me to know whether or not he was better or worse than Mr. Ginsu.
John, you're better. You're way better.
Yeah.
I don't know. I mean, if we had to say just better, just in a word, better or worse.
Yeah.
I mean, you both have different qualities, but if I had to just pick one, I'd say John. Oh. I mean, Mr. Ginsu is a bad person. So John, I mean, so John's a better person.
So next week I'm gonna talk about Pluto. There's a bunch of news about Pluto. Some new findings.
Thanks, John. Oh, hey, John, look at this. UFO FBI, but you know that you're in the credits now. TCTV, John. There, John Webster. You see that, John?
Oh, nice.
Did you see that? Did you see your name, John? We put
your name
in the credits.
Was in there. Drink water.
How about don't drink and drive?
Drink water today.
Don't drink and drive.
Moment
Coming
now.
up at the next episode of the program.
Shit ass damn.
Hey, some dogs came up here. It was
we met neighbors.
Showing enough.
Well, thank you, Carl.
Carl was gonna bring a video, but he didn't. He was late. Bird's back. Bird, you haven't been here.
Hey, nice to be here.
We're on every night at 11:30 and 2 a.m. on TCTV channel 22 and on YouTube. YDHWM.com on the internet. 11:30 and 2 a.m. Check it out. Somebody give me $1.
Thank you, Will
See
Smith.
you.
Thank you, Independence Day.
Good night.
Thank you.
4th of July. It's Death Week.
Please call us.
We're dead. Don't call us. We're dead.
Oh yeah. Call us
yeah.
or don't call us.
No.